Hi, I'm Holly,
And I'm Horace.
and we have Travels
Travels
with the
with the
Big
big
Guy.
guy.
He's the big guy,
And she is the traveler.
and he's not going anywhere without me. So our intent on this vlog is to share our experience with you as two seniors that will be traveling internationally on a budget.
Seniors, are we already over 60?
We are definitely over 60, but let's talk about how we got to this point.
Holly, how did we get here?
Well, that's a good question. The 5 P's.
You mean the prior planning prevents poor performance?
You got it. We started planning this in 2014, 6 years ago, and that seems like a really long time when you say it out loud. But our travel takeoff is right around the corner now.
Holly, we had a lot to do. Plus,
Yes.
the pandemic has caused an unexpected delay.
That's true.
Since we're talking about traveling internationally, how would retired seniors go about choosing where they want to travel?
Well, initially, when we determined that it may be possible to turn our international travel dreams into a reality, we sat down and put together a list of 20. We
that's a
had
lot.
20 things that we thought were important to us for international travel.
What was one of those things that we had on our list?
One of the top things was going to a country where the U.S. dollar is strong. In the long run, this would make our dollars go farther. After all, we will be traveling and living on a budget.
So why would we go to countries that would cost us 2 to 3 times what it already costs to live in the United States?
We wouldn't. What's another thing that we should consider?
Well, I would say safety is huge.
Safety is a big one.
You know, the first thing we did was we went on the State Department website and checked the travel advisories for the countries we were looking at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we're going to suggest that you do the same thing.
Yeah.
You can also go to your favorite thing.
Yeah, YouTube. After you find a country that you're interested in, go to YouTube. There are expats. There are YouTubes. There are.
And I'm sure you
whatever.
couldn't find any videos on YouTube.
No,
right?
I couldn't find over 1 million. But anyway, there are a number of videos you will find, and they are very willing to talk about the country they're living in and whatever else you would have questions about.
What about the cost of living?
Well, the cost of living, that's a big deal. When you do your research on internet, look at the housing costs in the area of the country you are considering.
You know, we found something that was interesting. Housing costs in countries that we plan to spend some time, they cost us about 1/3 compared to U.S. prices.
Yeah, and if you look at the first thing that we said about the U.S. dollar being stronger in the country where you plan to stay, and you add on housing costs being 1/3 the price.
What does that really mean? That means you can really live comfortably.
Yes.
Within the guidelines of a budget.
So we're not planning to buy in another country. We are just looking for a rental, whether it be a house or apartment.
Let's not forget about living in hotels.
Extended stay hotels are awesome, as we have just found out.
You know, you might get a smaller space, but it gives you a base on where you can decide, where you want to live.
Mm-hmm. So an advantage definitely of staying in an extended stay hotel is you pay one price and it covers everything.
Water.
Everything.
Okay. Well, and the internet's important to us because
Everything.
you do blogging. So we look for most of the international hotels have the same amenities as U.S. hotels, right?
In our experience so far, yes.
And high-speed Wi-Fi is very important for a blogger, So I can't say that the international high-speed is the same as the U.S. version of high-speed, but they do have high-speed internationally.
So another top concern we had is public transportation. In our past travels, every country has had really great transportation. We are walkers, and we don't mind taking a public bus, train.
Boat.
We're fine with boats, taxis, whatever. But
if we need it, we'll take an Uber.
we can take a taxi or Uber in some countries,
Yeah.
or in most countries anymore. So we've only hit a few little hot spots in our top 20. So for more information, go to our website, travelswiththebigguy.com, and you can get access to our full top 20 list of concerns.
Remember, www.travelswiththebigguy.com.
So last but not least, let's talk a minute about
How friendly.
how friendly the countries were. Oh my gosh.
Holly, name a country that we visited that you didn't like.
I can't. Every country, we haven't been in a country yet that we didn't fall in love with the people, even though we didn't speak the language.
We had no problems with communicating.
No.
People being extremely nice to us, right?
Exactly.
Hey, you know, there are iOS and Android translation apps that you can find in the App Store. And Holly, we've covered a lot in such a short time. Where can I find that top 20 again?
At www.travelswiththebigguy.com. And thank you so much for hanging out with us today, and we hope you'll join us the next time on My Travels with the Big Guy.
You know, but like us on Facebook.
Oh, and don't forget Pinterest, Instagram, Travels with the Big Guy
Thanks again, and don't forget to leave your comments below.
below. Thank you.
Bye.